Hello everyone, today I'll take you on a tour of this 2025 BMW i5 and I'll show you why it's one of the nicest BMWs on the market today. The new i5 is truly wonderful. It is the electrified version of the brand new 5 Series and I can't wait to show you all the features it has. Thank you to BMW of Bellevue for providing me with this 2025 BMW i5. They have all the latest BMW models from larger SUVs like the X5 to, of course, the latest and greatest. And if you're in the market for a new BMW, I highly recommend that you check out BMW of Bellevue. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with this interior. And I start off with the interior mainly because it's actually a little bit darker outside, and while that generally would be a negative, here it's actually a nice thing because I can show you guys the ambient lighting in this vehicle. It is beautiful in here, especially around the front. You can see over here this entire panel over there, as well as off to the side around there. It looks gorgeous, and like you can see, it even kind of pulsates. Looks absolutely beautiful. And if I tap ambience here, I can go ahead change the different colors. So if I tap color here, I can change that. I can also go down here and whatnot. And right now it says I can't turn it on because it's dependent on the My Modes feature. So if I tap this My Modes feature, that'll allow me to select a particular mode. So personal mode, for example, I'm going to tap that. And now you can see the ambient lighting completely changed to this kind of orangish version. And if I go to sport mode, you see it becomes red. And let's do efficient here. This one's going to give me like a bluish color. It is absolutely beautiful in here. My favorite has to be something like digital art, which has this kind of beautiful looking purple color, and also expressive mode, which has a multicolor look, and it looks truly beautiful. Probably the best ambient lighting in the business. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so next up I would like to talk about the infotainment system in general, and this infotainment system is actually the exact same that I showed you in the i4 video about a year ago, and it's a very nice responsive infotainment system. You can see I can move around, I can zoom in, super responsive to the touch, and it's a massive screen. It's 12.5 inches around there. And if I tap this home icon, that'll take me to this home page. And I also have some shortcuts for other things. If I tap this apps icon, for example, that'll take me to all my different applications. And I can go ahead, scroll through the various apps of the i5. These are some infotainment apps. So you do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is nice. And your vehicle settings are here too. A very nice infotainment system. Tap this climate icon. That'll take you to your climate controls, and you can adjust everything there. And you also have your navigation map. You can make that full screen and massive. You can see I can tap search to use a QWERTY keyboard and type in a destination. Climate controls music controls and radio and whatnot are over here. And I also have my phone controls over there. If this vehicle were on, I would be able to show you that. But right now, the vehicle is an accessories mod, so I can't show you the phone function, but it is there, as you can see. And if you tap this climate icon, you can see that'll take me to all the different things. So I can adjust my fan speed, I can adjust AC, I even have my temperature controls right there. Heated seats, heated steering wheel are over there too. And you can see right now, I do have the heated steering wheel on, which is a very nice feature. And I can also hold the button here to quickly adjust the temperature, which is quite nice. And you can see over here, you can also kind of like nice animations, and overall this infotainment system looks really, really nice. Overall, like I mentioned, this is the exact same one as the BMW i4. So if you want some more information on the infotainment system, I recommend that you look at that i4 video. I'll link it in the description and put it in the comment section so you can access that for more infotainment system stuff. But this is the general new BMW iDrive 8 system. Very, very nice system, very responsive, truly looks beautiful, and yeah, one of the best infotainment systems in the industry. Alright, so next up I want to talk about this gauge cluster display, and you can see over here, this one is a little bit smaller than the infotainment system, around a 10 point something, I don't remember off the top of my head, but around a 10-inch gauge cluster display. And you can see over here, we have this fully digital display with kind of this nice looking graphic. And over here, to adjust this gauge cluster display, all I need to do is I have these functions on the steering wheel that I can use, and using those functions I hit this settings icon over there, and I can adjust what I see. So over here, I'm gonna switch over to the content pane, and I can see over here, I can go ahead scroll through the various options. So this is the default one. This one doesn't show anything. This is kind of like the surface level one. I can scroll one down. This is some information about the vehicle, such as trip odometer. And over here, you can see charging information. This is a kind of driver assistance view. You have route preview, and then you have my personal favorite, which is the full screen map. So the infotainment system map is mirrored onto the gauge cluster, and a full screen map view of that. Very helpful and very nice. Down here, you can see we have the kind of G-forces meter. You also have this, as you can see, some radio information, and all that information is quite nice to see. And on the other side, if I go to the heads up pane, you can see over here, hopefully you guys can see that, but let me zoom in so you guys can see that. But you can see this car has this massive heads up display, and let me go ahead and open that up again. It's huge, and you can see I can scroll through the different things here. I can go through navigation, destination, some driver assistance. I have this kind of sport view, which looks cool, and also this reduced view, which is just the speed and other simple things. My favorite again would be the map view, just so I have all my destination stuff in my line of sight. So overall, a very, very configurable gauge cluster and heads-up display, one of the very best in the industry. Again, BMW has stepped it up with their technology with the new i5 and with their other vehicles on the market. One of the very best, and I really like it. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the center stack of the i5. And as you can see over here, below the infotainment system, you have the beautiful ambient lighting, truly amazing. Volume dials over here, you can see it's touch sensitive, and it's actually really responsive, and it's quite nice. As you can see, also on this side, you can see over there, this is, again, very, very nice. Touch sensitive controls, super easy to use. Over here, we have the hazard lights, as you can see, max defrost and rear defrost, and this would control your fan speed, as you can see, as such. Below that, you have nice carbon fiber kind of trim, looks really good. And over here, you have some other controls. This is for adjusting the vents. As you can see over here, this will adjust the air vents in the vehicle. Down here, you have, let me remove that here. You can see over here, we have a little bit of phone storage and 2 cup holders, as well as 2 USB Type-C ports, which is nice. And I also have the BMW digital key, which is basically kind of a Tesla-like key card that you can use for the car, which is a very nice feature. Behind that, we have the other center console items here. You have a shifter, very interesting looking shifter, as you can see, reverse neutral drive, and the park button over here with the automatic parking brake, so that'll just activate everything. And you have the start stop button over there. Auto hold feature is also available, which is quite nice. You can see over here, this infotainment system now feels really good. Has a very nice hefty feel to it. You have quite a few controls up there, home button, back button, your cameras, I'll show you that in just a second, your My Modes that I just showed you before, as well as a nice looking volume dial, as you can see. And you also have gesture control, so I can do, and I don't see well, as you can see, you can do that to adjust the volume too, which is a very, very cool feature. Behind the volume dial, you have the center armrest, nice and feels nice here. Hit the button here, that'll go ahead, open it up. You have a little bit of storage and a 12-volt outlet and some lighting too. So overall, it's a very, very nice interior, good materials everywhere, and everything feels really good. Now let's go over to the steering wheel here. You can see steering wheel looks nice, BMW logo in the middle here, blue accent for the electrified kind of theme. Nice airbag cover, and the grip, again, thick wheel, feels really nice. Of course, you have your steering wheel controls and the M badge, as this is the M Sport edition. So very nice overall. In terms of the audio system, you have a Bowers & Wilkins upgraded audio system, 2-person memory with the exit function, and some very nice controls, padded armrest over here. Everything just looks and feels expensive in this car, and it's very, very nice in here. One of my very favorites. Alright, and let's go and talk about that camera system I was mentioning. And in here, we can see there's this button here marked camera, and you can hit that icon, and that'll take you over to your camera functions. So we go ahead and hit that. And you can see over there, we're at the camera functions. You can see everything is active. And you can see here we have a backup camera at the moment, and you have various different angles to choose from. So I can tap that icon, That'll kind of automatically decide. This icon, you also have other cross traffic alerts icon. You can see over here, here's one to the left with the same color of my i5, which is nice, and here's one to the other side, and that looks super good. And you can see over here, I can also tap this auto icon, automatically determines everything I need. I can also tap assist view. This kind of gives me a different view and it tells me everything going on. Also the panorama view. This one is a full panoramic kind of 360-degree view of the vehicle. I can also tap manage points. And so this will just kind of actually give me it'll open up this camera when I reach like a particular destination, which is a pretty cool feature. And also if I tap more, you have quite a few. You have 3 view, car wash view, basically kind of gives you this top down view of the car, which is pretty cool. Again, very nice. You can clean the camera, you have settings, and my favorite of course is always the 3D helicopter view. It's a very, very nice view of the car. See, I can basically use the wheel here. Let me use the wheel so I don't get in the way. You can see I can basically do that. This passenger door is open. That's why it shows it's open. And you can see I can just use the wheel for a full 360 kind of camera scan of the car. And you can see it's very, very nice. And coming around, I can also tap the screen as well, which is pretty cool. I can tap it again, and that'll just show me all the angles of the car. So I have a full comprehensive camera system, which is one of the best features in any car. Just the full 360 view, the helicopter scan, one of my favorite camera features, and it's nice to see this car has it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the back seat of the BMW i5, and you can see over here, you kind of have these upward rising door handles, which is definitely a departure from the typical BMW outward going, but it is a new look. And as you can see over here, open that up, full proper BMW 5 Series-esque doors, as you can see. Let's go ahead and head inside to the back seat of this 5 Series. And let's shut the door. And back here, you can see there's a very good amount of space. You can see I have a good amount of legroom back here, as you can see. And you also have this nice kind of tablet mount, USB Type-C port with the tablet mount feature right there for rear passengers, which is nice. Over here, you can see window control over there. Again, I apologize for the dark. But hopefully you can see that. They're using window control over there. And around here, again, everything feels nice. You have 2 USB Type-C ports over there, air vents over here. You can move around, and these seats in the back feel super comfortable, very, very nice and comfy seats. So I have this center armrest here that you can pull down, and there you go. You can see you have quite a bit of center armrest space, and this would be for the pass-through if the car had one. This particular model doesn't have it. And you can see over here, everything just feels really nice, luxurious. You can see on the side, the Bowers & Wilkins audio system with the ambient lighting in it is brought over to the back. In terms of materials, it's the same as the front. So you have soft touch up there, and down here this might be a bit brighter, nice and leather padded. Everything again feels expensive and is expensive. So a very nice back seat, very luxurious, and in terms of space, quite a bit of legroom. In terms of the headroom test, there's a good amount of headroom as well. The roof is also a fully panoramic glass roof that goes all the way into the back, and you do have some interior accent lighting over there as well. So overall, very nice back seat, comfy, has quite a bit of space, and I really like it. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over to the rear of the i5. You can see over here, BMW logo, i5, and eDrive 40 on the other side. And over here, there's this button here that you can use to open the power opening trunk. You can see it is power, which is a nice feature to have. And coming around back here, there's a good amount of space. And if I open this up, there is a good amount of underfloor space too. Again, this is an electric vehicle, so you don't need all that space under, so you have a lot of space underneath over there. More space on this side as well, and your charging accessories are right there. And you also have the emergency trunk release if you need to escape. So overall, a very nice cargo area. Also, it's nice to know that your hinges, the cargo hinges, won't intrude in the cargo space. So you have that feature. And you also have rear folding seats, so you can see you just pull this latch, and then you could obviously just shove the item over there if you wanted to, or you can come around here, and then you can see this, the seat will drop right down, and you have an expanded cargo area. So some competitors don't give you that. The i5 it does allow you to fold down the rear seat. So that's a nice feature to have. Overall, a pretty simple cargo area, gets the job done, and it's nice to have that power trunk. So you can see over here to do that, I just hit that button and then that'll go ahead, close up everything. So a very nice looking cargo area with a lot of space. Alright, and so let's go ahead and head out to the outside of the car, and you might be wondering why I'm inside it. That's because I just want to show you one feature with the hazard lights, and that if you hit the hazard light button, you can see the lights flash red temporarily to show you that the hazard lights are on, and then they'll go back to the typical ambient lighting, as you can see. So that's a nice cool feature to just let you know that, hey, your ambient lights are in fact on. Sorry, your hazard lights are in fact on. It's my bad over there. So let's go ahead, head out to the outside of the i5, and I have everything on, all the lighting elements on, to show you how everything looks. And you can see over here, coming around to the front of the i5, this is how the new BMW i5, in fact the 5 Series as extension, looks. You can see the nice, I have a large BMW kidney grille. Obviously this one's blocked off because it's an electric car. You don't need all that stuff in the front, all that air in the front, so it's going to be blocked off over here. And you can see over here, coming to the headlight assembly, this is the new i5 headlight assembly. You can see over here 2 kind of jewel eye headlights that look really nice. And I also have your kind of like lights over here. You can see this is also your daytime running lamp and your turn signal. So you can see they kind of combine, and your turn signals also kind of grow in like light, so it kind of looks like a halogen turn signal, which is a look that some people like. So I think that looks really cool. A very nice unique lighting element up here, looks really good. So coming around the side here, I'll get to the wheels later on. You do have nice LED turn signals on the mirror. And coming around the back here, this is the back of the i5 in a typical simple look. Around here you can see you have your tail lights. This whole brake light assembly does light up as your turn signal, and you can see over here you also have like these 2 extra ones for your turn signal as well that look really good. So overall, this is a very nice looking exterior, very nice looking car on the outside. By the way, this is the charge port, so press that, the charge port will open up, and you can see in here, you can open this. This is going to be the extension for DC fast charging. That will be your home charging. Let me go put that back in, and you can see over here, this is your charge port, simple kind of fuel door style, which likely is probably a nice way to go about it. And you can see overall, this is a very nice looking vehicle on the outside. And let's go ahead and talk about the window sticker of this BMW i5. You can see here it comes with 20-inch optional wheels, which means they're called, actually, this is part of the M Sport package, and they're called the 20-inch Bicol BLKGR 939M AS non-RFT wheels. So it's cost $800, and you can see over here, these wheels look really nice. You can see over here you have M Sport calipers, M Sport special design wheels, and these look super cool on the side. Very nice looking wheels. And coming around for the rest of the gauge cluster, you can see over here there aren't actually that many packages with this car other than the basic base price. And the base price of this i5 is $66,800, which is actually pretty comparable to a typical mid-size sedan. And the only packages we've added are a premium package, which includes things like a heated steering wheel and other camera systems, the M Sport package, and that's basically it. There isn't that much else that's added, and the total price of this model is $76,000. And over here you can see 99 miles per gallon, and this again is going to be like an electrified conversion, and the reason is because it's an electric car, so it's kind of converted. 99 mpge, and you save, as the window sticker says, you save $6,000 over a comparable average, like I should say the average new car, which is very nice. Again, 10 for fuel economy, 10 for smog, of course. And this is a really nice vehicle overall. It also is very fuel efficient, which is something to keep in mind. In terms of driving range, I'll get to that later on, but again, a nice exterior styling. And there's the window sticker. I just wanted to cover that for some extra information. Alright, I know some of you might be wondering what's under the hood of the new i5, and to do that, let's go ahead and just open it up here. And you can see over here, it's just a bunch of electrical components. As you can see the motors are kind of whirring inside. BMW i, fully it's kind of just blocked off, so it's really a mechanics only place. But The i5 does just feature a bunch of electrical components over here. So no front trunk, but the trunk at the rear is more than spacious enough to really cover all your needs. A lot of space back there. And of course, I can't really talk about a BMW without mentioning interior quality. A BMW is well known for its luxuriousness, and of course, his BMW is no exception. Really, really nice seats, as you can see over here, just coming around. These are called the anthracite leather seats, and they look beautiful. You can see over here, really nice perforated leather, feel super, super soft to the touch. See over here, the thigh support is nice. You can see you can use that for various functions. Feels super comfy to sit on and feel just really nice. And of course back here too you have the same anthracite leather as in the front. Super comfy, and it just feels really, really good. Again, some of the nice seats in any car. And overall, when it comes to interior materials in general, feels nice. You can see soft touch basically everywhere that you feel. The steering wheel, again, super, super comfy. The steering wheel is heated as well in this particular model. And overall, again, nice materials throughout. This dashboard material is a fully soft touch material up here. This is your head-up display kind of barnacle. And everything just feels really luxurious, really nice in here. Again, it's a BMW. It's kind of what you would expect, and it looks really beautiful. Alright, and finally, I always end with the powertrain. I'm gonna go ahead and end with that here as well. And I just want to talk a little bit about charging with this car. So this car features a little bit under 280 miles of range, around 279. And you can see over here, if I tap this charging icon, I have quite a few different settings for charging. I have a charging target. I can set when it's supposed to charge, when I'm supposed to leave. I can like unlock the charging cable, precondition the battery, and there's like quite a few different charging settings with the i5. And overall, it's got a good amount of range, a good amount of performance. I think this vehicle will really satisfy most drivers' needs. The 7 Sport package also makes it a little bit nicer overall. So overall, again, 279 miles of range and feels really nice. You have quite a bit of EV statistics here, and one of the better EVs around. You have a good amount of range, good amount of performance. And so there you have it. That's the new 2025 BMW i5. This car is truly amazing. One of the nicest sedans, one of the nicest electric sedans, and it is one of the best in the market. I really, really like this vehicle. And if you're in the market for a new electric sedan, I highly recommend you check out the new i5, one of the nicest in the business.